Flyby, excellent. The football game has concluded, and all the football is now done for Sunday. The Bills and the Steelers, they had the nightcap.
Yeah, remember when the Steelers were unbeaten?
They were good back then.
They've been beaten twice in a row now. Here we go. It was a rainy night. Bills hosting here. No one circles the wagons. On Monday, the Steelers had 7 drops, the most drops in the game by any team this season. First play of the game for the Steelers. Big Ben, Diontae Johnson, ball's down again. More of the same. Now 3rd and 7. Johnson cutting over the middle. Puts it down again. His second drop in as many possessions. Stays on the bench. They park him the rest of the half. Bills down 7. Allen taken down. Bills fall back on it. Ball was loose. They make the play. That's 70 consecutive games with a sack for the Steelers, an NFL record. Steelers defense doing all right here. In fact, the defense is so good, forced 10 punts in the first half.
Kicking.
Those combined 10 punts, the most in the first half in any game this season, might have had something to do with the weather, tough handling the ball, people dropping it, things not working out. A minute to play in the half. Steelers up 7-3. Roethlisberger, Juju Smith-Schuster, but it's picked. Taron Johnson, reverse skate. Extra point miss, so the Bills have a 9-7 lead going into the half. It's not working out well in the first half for Ben and the Steelers. Third quarter, same score. Allen, Stephon Diggs, little curl, and then he finds himself some space, and he's in. Bills lead at 16-7. Next possession. Allen, come right back for Diggs. A lot of time to throw. Zips that for 19 in the first down. 2 plays later, Josh Allen is feeling it on this drive. This time it's for Gabe Davis. Steadies, zips that to the corner, and the Bills have pulled out 23-7. Fourth quarter, same score, whatever that was. Steelers coming. Diontae Johnson back in the game. Hangs on this time for 17. Trying to make a comeback here. Second and goal. Smith-Schuster got himself a touchdown. 2-point conversion is good. And we got an 8-point game. After a Beals field goal, it's 26-15. Roethlisberger launching it, but Levi Wallace has it. He's on the other team. The pick right there. Nice play to the ball for the pick. And the Bills taking it to Ben Roethlisberger in this one. Great defense there, just ripping it away. The Bills get the ball back. It's a 3rd and 11. Under 6 to go now in the fourth quarter. We get it. Turnover chain. You get some reward. There it is. Allen. Dawson Knox. 16 yards. First down. Later in the drive, just under 2 to go. Allen rolling around, trying to get another first down and just wind this game out. And he does. The Bills, 10-3. The Steelers have lost 2 straight. 26-15. It's final. So Josh Allen went off in the second half there after a rough first half. We showed you about all that punting. He was averaging just 3.3 yards per attempt in the first half. He completed 70% of his passes in the second half.
Deuce, why were you able to get so many yards on the ground?
Well, I think first and foremost, it's a great team win. Everybody played together, believed in one another, and we put an emphasis on that this week. Playing together, playing as one, bringing energy and creating our own energy, moving with urgency, and just going out there and believing in one another. And I'm happy this group got it done today. I'm happy.
We'll go Mike Kay and then Zach Berman.
Hey, Jalen, can you take us through the touchdown throw to Alshon?
Yeah, it was a look where I believe we had cover 0, a man-to-man look, and had a free guy off the edge, and I knew I had to get the ball out fast, and just kind of wanted to keep the aggressiveness there, and took that shot to Alshon, hit him on his back shoulder, and he made a great play.
Did he say anything to you after?
Good stuff.
Zach and then Jeff Skversky.
Hey, Jalen, how did you think your legs changed the game and changed the offense?
I just think, but going out there and maybe extending it sometimes always helps. I think up front we did a great job to allow some of those things to happen. And one thing when I look back on this game, a lot of money on the table for us. A lot of money on the table we left out there. So we're very excited. We're happy we got a W today against a really good team. But we're going to go back to work. We got a 24-hour rule on this thing, and we clearly understand that. So a lot to work on, a lot to build on, and I'm excited to go practice, honestly, go back game.
Right now, the Chiefs clinch the division yet again with their win over Miami, their 5th straight AFC West crown. But the Dolphins' loss was the Steelers' win because they've got this primetime game coming up against the Bills, but they've already clinched a playoff berth with Miami's loss. You see the Bills leading the East. Titans got it down in the South right now, but Browns, Colts, Dolphins all in the wild card mix right now with Ravens, Raiders, Patriots still, believe it or not, with the chance. All right, so we got 2 teams in the AFC with only 1 loss right now before the Steelers play tonight, Tim. But you said there's one team clearly better than the other one. I assume that's Kansas City. But how do you see this entire AFC picture playing out right now?
Well, I do think Kansas City's the best team in the AFC. You know, looking at that list, look, I think all of those division winners or leaders right now, like they're good enough to go to the Super Bowl. All of those teams right now that we see at the top of their division can do it. And then I would say this, you know, the Colts that are, you know, in that wild card mix, they are a team that, you know, I think could get hot. And I think that, you know, when you look at Cleveland, similar thing. But those 4 division leaders right now, you know, on any given Sunday, you know, because the ball bounces funny at times, I think they have to feel really good about their chances. You know, teams that have good quarterbacks, guys that are playing well, and have other elements of their football team that are good enough to get it done.
Well, that's a good point, Rob. I'm going to ask your final takeaway in a moment. And I know it's about the Chiefs, but as you look at some of the other teams in that AFC, if you had to put your money on a team right now that could potentially make that deep run and maybe see the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game, who is it?
It'd have to be a team with a great defense. So anybody that can match up against what the Chiefs are able to put on that football field with the speed. So you'd think the Steelers could potentially have the pass rush to get after Mahomes, make him uncomfortable in the pocket, and the secondary that can cover. So you're going to have to have a great defense to play Kansas City. So when I look at that, maybe the Steelers can do it if they can get healthy here and continue to progress at the end of the season. I know they had a hiccup against Washington, but they got to get back on track tonight.
Like Tim, you believe the Chiefs clearly are the best team in the AFC and the favorites to win a 2nd straight Super Bowl. But what did you see from them today, Rob, that just cements that belief that they are clearly the best team?
Oh, man, I just think it's their ability to score quickly, throwing 3 turnovers, having 3 interceptions and being down. Some teams, they wouldn't be able to recover from that. But Pat Mahomes obviously really isn't fazed by the turnovers. They have so much speed on offense with Hill, and you have Kelsey, who's your intermediate route guy that's very good and explosive in finding the space. And with Pat Mahomes extending plays, being able to throw the football anywhere on the field, he's got to be one of the most impressive quarterbacks that I have seen as a player. And now that I'm commentating, he's the best in the league. So with that, I think it's going to be really tough for the Chiefs to not win the AFC and get into the Super Bowl with the way that they're playing offensively.
Yeah, again, especially you have a game today where they turn over 4 times and still win on the road. That tells you a lot about the resiliency of that squad as well, falling behind in this game once again. Tim, let me finish up with you. We started talking about the quarterback situation in Philadelphia. A lot of questions will be asked and have to be answered over the next few days. What do you think about what's happening there with Doug Peterson's squad? Eagles quarterback situation over the next several days. But now to the AFC. Kansas City, top team in the AFC, taking on the Dolphins down in Miami. Patrick Mahomes, first drive of the game for KC, and Mahomes' pass is tipped at the line, picked off by Byron Jones, and he fumbles at the end of the play, but the Dolphins do recover. Only the 3rd interception of the year for Mahomes, but it would not be his last in this game. Under pressure here. Not an interception, but a huge loss inside the 5-yard line. Loses 30 yards on that sack, and then this one is picked off by Eric Rowe. 2 picks in the first quarter for Mahomes. The Dolphins would take a 10-0 lead, but then Mahomes like, yo, we are down, but we are far from over. Travis Kelce, he's open. We say that a lot. Chiefs would end up taking a 14 lead at the half, third quarter. Dolphins with the punt. So McCole Hardman. And he had a lane, he had blockers, and he had all the speed. 67-yard touchdown as the Chiefs roll off 28 unanswered points.